welcome to Spellbound.witchslair. Today we are going to be addressing sigils. What are they? How are they used? Why would you want to use one? How do you make one? And are they like the Master Magician's King Solomon's seals? So, as usual, I will put timestamps in either the description box or the comments area down below for you. But remember, witches, knowledge is power. Yes, you are a witch. You do not need any of this to create your own magic. Chaos magic is how most of us realize we are witches. You got upset, things happen. This happened several times. You realized, I must be causing that. But to control that power and use it at your will, you must be educated. Okay? So the more you learn, the more you understand, the more knowledge you have about magic, herbs, planets, crystals, everything that is magic, the less you will need in this physical world because you already have it in this physical world. So let me explain. And you might be asking, what does this have to do with sigils? I'll get to that also. I promise you, just hear me out. So let's say you're doing a love spell and it calls for a rose. You don't have a physical rose. It's dead of winter. Your roses or bushes are hibernating and you didn't save enough roses to do this spell. Something happened to them. Whatever happened. But if you have even seen a picture of a rose, then you have a rose. Okay? It's even better if you have actually touched one and felt its velvety petals, or you smelt one and its beautiful, wonderful fragrance. All you have to do is say rose and a picture comes to your mind. Okay? You already have the rose. So let's say you needed... It's the same way with sigils and symbols. They work the same way. So let's do a little practice. Close your eyes. Use your intention for this love spell. Think of the person that you love. If you don't have a person, think of your familiar or an animal or, whatever. Think of something that you love. Think of this rose. If you've seen one, smelled one, tasted one, and yes, you can eat roses. Think about it. Think of the love you have for that person. Now send it to them. You just did a simple love spell. I bet they are now thinking about you. Okay? So same idea with symbols and sigils. It's very powerful imagery. Okay? Hopefully this makes sense. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me or please, drop me a comment in the comments section down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Love to hear the comments. And love to have a discussion about this for you or with you. But anyway, so what is a magic sigil? A magical sigil is a unique symbol created by the practitioner to represent a specific magical intention, desire, or goal. Symbols have been found in early humanity's history. They were found in the Ice Age cave paintings about 30,000 years ago. We have the hieroglyphs from Egypt. We also have pictographs and the early evolution of handwriting to the Christian cross and the Jesus fish. And the latter two, if you've ever seen them and know what they mean, you got pictures of them pop in your head as I said it. Same thing with sigils, okay? So the purpose of creating a sigil the process of creating a sigil can be very simple or it can be semi-complex. It involves turning an affirmation or statement into a simplified symbol. It's then charged with focus energy to help you manifest your desired outcome. Sigils can be used for purposes like protection, attraction, and manifestation. So one way to create a sigil, and the simplest, is called a pictograph. Early humans' handwriting, they started out with pictures. We all started out with pictures. So let's say I want to do a sigil to protect my home. So I'm going to make this little guy right here. He's going to be my house. He's a little square and I'm going to put a roof on him. Okay? That's my house. Now, I want to also protect my house. Now, some people might say a dog, so they might draw a dog. Don't laugh. Do not laugh. Oh my God. That's hideous. Okay, let's think of something else. But for those of you that can draw, you might want to put a dog in there, right? Let's say I'm going to put a bow around my house. Let's see how bad this goes. Because I want to envision my house being secure. Okay, again, don't laugh. Don't laugh. But there's my bow. Kind of looks like a giant spider of some sort. But anyway, now when I think of protecting my home, this picture is going to pop in my head probably for the rest of my life. At least I made you laugh. So there, my house is secure. That's my sigil for protecting my home. Now I would use this sigil. Generally I'd put it on a piece of paper, but I'm doing this so you can actually see it. That way I could actually charge it by focusing, visualizing, chanting, dancing, meditation, whatever you want to do to charge your sigil. Just don't do it for more than 5 or 10 minutes. And I'll get to that. So once you charge this, it's believed that this sigil is going to bypass the conscious mind and communicate your intentions directly to your subconscious mind, which will help manifest your desires into reality. Okay? So let's say I put this on a piece of paper. Ta-da! I am going to put it on a piece of paper. So I put my little sigil on a piece of paper with my crazy butt bow here. And I put a circle around mine to help protect the sigil. You don't have to, but so there's my sigil. Now what I'm going to do is I'll chant, visualize, focus, charge my sigil. Once I do my house protection ritual, I will burn my sigil to release the intention into the world. Or there's two other things you could do with this. You could temporarily keep it as a reminder. No, oh, my house is protected. Put this in your wallet. Put it on the refrigerator. And you walk by, you go, oh, my house is protected. To help imprint this in your mind. Or you can. Some people will get permanent sigils in the form of a tattoo, or they'll put it in a pottery or something that's there forever, or a coaster. I've seen a lot of people do it on a coaster. Just so that every time they look at it, they'll know, oh, my house is protected, and it reaffirms their magic. Okay? So that's the first way. That's probably the simplest way, is just to do it by picture. The next way is by what I did in the banishing video, where I created a real simple one really fast. You make a statement. So let's say I'm making a statement where I want lots of money. So I'm going to say, I want lots of money. Now you want your affirmations or your statement to not be more than like 7 to 9 words. Okay. Now you're going to take and you're going to drop out all your vowels. And then if you have any consonants that are multiples, so I got 2 T's, so I can take out one of them. Yep, so these are the letters I'm left with. Okay, so now I can write these letters any way I want to. I'm going to take out a Y because just take that out. So I've got a W. Now you can write them upside down, sideways, doesn't matter. Now I'm going to do my N. Then I'm going to make my T. Then I'm going to make a L. I'm going to do my S in here. Then I'll make a F. And then I'll make a M. And another, I already did an N. Yes, I don't need another N. So that's my crazy sigil. Okay. If I did that too fast, let me know. I can do, talk to you in the comments, or you can email me, hey, I need a better, and I'll send it to something. I'll make another little thing just for you. So that's the second way. Same way, you could put this on a piece of paper, do your spell, do your ritual, put it in your wallet so you remember it for a few days, burn it, send it out into the universe. I've also heard of people burying them. Okay. However you want to release it. I would think that you would actually want to burn it. In my opinion, I would burn it. All right, next one would be using the witch's wheel. And I was not about to try to draw this on there. You saw the struggle. Struggle is real. So I just printed this off. And we're going to prop it up here so you can see it. So this is what they call the witch's wheel. But to me, it's more of a combination between Hecate's wheel or the Strophalos, or the Wiccan wheel of the year. I think they combined the two. But Hecate's wheel was used for sigils, and it was found on a lot of cursed items back in the 5th BCE. So it's been around for a very, very long time, and it has different variations. But if you'll notice, it starts, the wheel's divided into a circle with 2 more circles around it. Starts with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, M. Then it goes into the inner, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U. Then it goes in V, W, X, Y, Z. So you get the whole alphabet in there. Now we're going to do another simple one and just say, I want love. Okay. You see that? Yep. So now we get rid of the vowels again. And we've got W, N, T, L, V. All right. So we go up here. And we go, where's the W? W, what do I got here? W, N, T, L, V. W, N, T, L, where's V? V. Now, some people will put a little circle to start, a slash to end, or circle and circle, so you have an end in the beginning. But that would be your sigil for I want love. So it would be Okay, does that make sense? I hope so. Moving right along. Next way to make a sigil is using the magic squares. Now this is where it gets a little confusing, because I think this may have been where people get really confused with Solomon's seals and the magic squares. So the magic squares look like this, and you can Google anywhere, you'll find these images. But each one is assigned a planet. This one's Saturn, that one's the sun, that one's the moon, so on, so forth. We have Jupiter, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. So if you're doing magic for a particular thing, like Saturn is business, Venus is love, you could use these squares to help make a sigil, also incorporating the planet. But what it is each row, no matter which way you go, will equal the same amount. So like Saturn, if I go this way, it's 15. 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 Every row in every direction will equal 15, including diagonal. It's pretty wicked. So these are definitely magic little squares. Same for these. You go any direction, all the sums will end up being the same in every direction, including diagonal. Now, some people will make their own squares, and they will not even add up. So it is 100% completely personal to them. No one will ever be able to decipher it. It only means something to them. And that's exactly what magic is. Magic is what works for you, and however you find it working. So let's say we wanted to do a business spell, okay? And we want to do a sigil using the help of Saturn. So let's say I want a successful business. Okay, so now we have to take out all the valves again. I'm sorry, folks. My handwriting is sloppy. All right, and anything repeating. So we have S, so we'll take out these ones, and these ones, and this one. We have an N, so we'll take out this one. We got C, so we'll take out that one. So we've got B, W, N, T, S, C, F, L as the letters we're going to use. And you're asking yourself, now how do I get letters to numbers? Super easy. We use the Western numerological system, and it's pretty simple. You go 1 through 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you write the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Let me start over. J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R. Let me start over. S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. See, again, you can just Google Western system of numerology, and this will pop up. I'm just doing it so we can convert these letters. So B would be 2, the number 2. W would be the number 5. N would be the number 5. T would be the number 2. S would be the number 1. C would be the number 3. F would be the number 6. And L would be the number 3. Again, questions or comments, drop them below. And then I take out any repeating numbers as well. I already got a 3. We already have a 5. We already have a 2. So it leaves me with 2, 5, 1, 3, 6. That's going to be my sigil. Okay, 2, 5, 1, 3, 6. Now we're going to draw this tiny little square up here so I can show you also. Or maybe I could put it over here. Oh. No, I'm just going to erase this. 2, 5, 1, 3, 6. So we're going to do Saturn, since Saturn's the business cube. All right, so now for our sigil. Hopefully you can see that. I take a different color. So we're going to start with the 2. And since I'm starting with the 2, I'm putting a little circle. And then I'm going to go to 5. And then from 5, I'm going to go to 1. And then from 1, I'm going to go to 3. And then from 3, I'm going to go to 6. And then that is my sigil. Ta-da! Again, you can Google all of this stuff, all these images. Etsy is a great place to go, and if you want to buy some fancier ones instead of downloading and printing yourself, you can do that as well. So the magic squares have shown up in history all around the world. In India, the magic squares were found in literature dating back to 587 CE. In Arabic, the squares were said to be known to be pre-Islamic times and were very common in the medieval Islam. And by the 12th century, they were being used with magic letters. In Europe, in the 11th century, a book about the planetary squares was written. And in the 12th century, a Jewish scholar, Abraham Ezra of Toledo, said that the magic squares also helped influence later Kabbalists. By the 1700s, the Rosicrucians would refer to the magic squares in their grimoires and about their magical and mystical properties. And this is where it gets a little closer to Solomonic magic. But it says the magic squares were assigned the 7 planets as being able to attract the help of the planets and their angels and demons during magical practices. They were found in several manuscripts all around Europe, starting in the 15th century, and the best known was Liber de Angelis, a grimoire written around 1440. Some of these magical squares were actually placed on plates, like for example, the Saturn would be inscribed on a lead plate and was supposed to help women during difficult childbirths during the time. It's also common to use the astrological magical squares to provide a pattern upon the sigil of spirits, angels, and demons, using the letters of the entities or demons or angels' name converted into numbers and lines and traced around a pattern. So this is sounding really similar to Solomonic seals, but they were more used for, or intended to be used for, talismans and amulets. But like I said, I'm not really going to get into Solomonic magic other than supposedly the grand magician of all times, King Solomon, was given these seals by God, and was each seal, there's 44 of them, has assigned spirits attached to it that is supposed to grant the user phenomenal feats. That's supposedly how King Solomon built, because he was well known for building stuff. That's how he built everything. He had the demons build these things for him. But what you also need to realize is that for each seal that has so many spirits, and some of them don't have demons, they just have spirits, there are angels, archangels over each seal. So in order to use those properly, you will also need to know the angels over each seal, how to honor the angels when working with the seals. Otherwise, you'll just be conjuring up demons. In my mind, that could go really wrong. So if I'm going to use a seal, I'm also going to honor the angel that's over that seal to help keep that demon or angel or spirit. Because so far, I've not ever used any that have demons attached to them. I've used the ones that have spirits attached to them, and the angels that are over or with those spirits. Because some of the ones, honestly, the demons that are attached to some of these sigils, if you read what the sigil can do, it's talking about creating earthquakes and destroying the world and legions of demons that it's over. So I really don't want to deal with that. I'll stick to the simple ones. By all means, you can dive right in there, but we will do some more on Solomonic magic at a later time if that's something you're interested in. So, you can shoot me an email. It's easier to get in touch with me through my comments because I don't check my email that often, but I usually can see the comments much faster. So I hope this has been helpful. Okay, well, that is it for today. I hope this has been helpful. If you like what I do and you're feeling generous, please subscribe. Helps my channel to grow. Please leave me a comment or shoot me an email if you have any questions on anything that we talked about today, or if you want me to talk about something else. You have ideas for videos for me that I'll be happy to try and make. I'd love to hear from you guys. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Happy Wicked Wednesday.